At Maplewood College, a prestigious university in a quiet American town, there was a chilling legend about the library's mysterious 13th floor. The library, an imposing Gothic structure, was filled with high ceilings, dark wooden shelves, and the scent of old leather-bound books. But the 13th floor didn't appear on any blueprints, and to the staff, it didn't exist. The rumor was passed down from student to student, like an eerie rite of passage. After midnight, the 13th floor would reveal itself, hidden somewhere deep within the library. It was said that this floor held a forbidden collection of books that could predict the future, the past, and most terrifyingly, the deaths of those who dared read them. But anyone who ventured into the library to find it either returned with no memory of the night, or worse, never returned at all. Evan Matthews was a skeptic, a pragmatist who dismissed these stories as nothing more than superstition. When his friends dared him to stay past midnight to find the elusive 13th floor, he laughed it off. "It's just a story," he said. "I'll be out of here before midnight." On a chilly Friday night, Evan took the dare. He entered the library just before midnight, his backpack slung over his shoulder, and found a quiet corner to study. The usual students had already gone, leaving the place eerily quiet. The librarian, an old woman with sharp eyes, had locked the front doors. Once the clock struck 12, there would be no turning back. As midnight approached, Evan grew restless, tapping his fingers on the desk. He scanned the shelves, but his gaze often flickered to the old staircase that led to the upper floors. At precisely midnight, the clock struck, and for a moment, everything seemed to freeze in place. Then, without warning, the air grew heavier and the lights flickered. A chill ran through Evan's bones. "Just a power surge," he muttered, trying to brush off the unease. But when he looked up again, something was different. The staircase had vanished. In its place was a dark, arched doorway that he had never seen before. Curiosity gripped him. Evan hesitated for only a moment before walking toward the door. He pushed it open, stepping into a dimly lit hallway lined with bookshelves. The hallway stretched on longer than any part of the library he knew, filled with books, some old and dusty, others eerily new. There was a faint hum in the air, as if the library itself was alive, watching him. At the end of the hallway stood a small alcove, and in it, a glowing shelf of books. Their spines shimmered in the dark, beckoning him. As Evan approached, he noticed the titles. One in particular caught his eye, The Life of Evan Matthews. Evan's heart skipped a beat. He opened the book, and inside he found a detailed biography of his life. It was written in such precise detail that it seemed impossible. Every memory, every event was laid out for him to read. But as he turned the page, a chilling detail caught his eye. It predicted his death. Evan Matthews, aged 20, will die tonight, crushed by a falling bookshelf at 12:37 a.m. A cold sweat broke out across his forehead. He glanced at the clock. It was 12:10 a.m. There was no time to waste. Panic set in as he tried to leave, but the door to the hallway slammed shut, trapping him inside. The walls began to shake, and the hum grew louder. Books rattled on the shelves as if alive, whispering words Evan couldn't understand. Suddenly, a loud crash echoed through the hallway, the sound of a bookshelf falling, just like the book had predicted. Evan turned back toward the glowing books, but the page had changed. The description of his death was still there, but now it read, "Evan Matthews will never leave this library." The library seemed to come alive with fury. Books flew from the shelves, and the floor cracked beneath Evan's feet. He stumbled back, searching for a way out, but every exit was sealed. The walls closed in tighter, and the shadows grew longer. The library was alive, intent on fulfilling the prophecy. The last thing Evan saw was a bookshelf crashing toward him, just as the book had foreseen. Then, everything went black. The next morning, the staff found Evan unconscious on the library floor, but there was no sign of the glowing books, and the 13th floor had disappeared. It was as if nothing had happened. But when they tried to revive him, they noticed something strange. In his hand was a torn page from the book, with a single message written in shaky handwriting. Evan Matthews has escaped, but will never leave this library. The 13th floor remains a mystery to this day. Some believe the library is cursed, trapping the souls of those who uncover its secrets. As for Evan Matthews, no one knows what happened to him. Some students claim to see him late at night, wandering the library, his eyes fixed on the shelves, as though searching for the story that will finally free him.